We now turn to Richard Engel, NBC chief foreign correspondent. Richard, it's great to have you here. Thank you.
It's great to be here with you again.
You reported in the 9/11 documentary that we did together about a sort of a market for Islam experts producing some pretty non-mainstream radical training for local law enforcement about the country.
This isn't the first example of this. There have been many. And it has happened with local police departments. And I don't know the details specifically of what this reporter from Wire.com has found out about the FBI. But there is a market for so-called experts who are painting themselves as counterterrorism experts. And many of them are just peddling racism.
In terms of how widespread that is, I know that the so-called expert who we profiled in the documentary, I know that he is a guy who travels all over the country and does this intensively with local law enforcement. Do you have the sense that this has infiltrated higher ranks or more broadly or even into non-law enforcement areas?
Yes, it has. I mean, there are people who are presenting themselves as Islamic experts or Muslim world experts, saying things exactly like were quoted in that article, that Islam naturally leads to violence and that if you read the Quran that you're going to become a terrorist and that giving charity is a fundraising mechanism for groups like Al-Qaeda. And that is a major problem. It has emerged over the last decade, this association in people's minds between the religion of Islam and terrorism. And I can understand why some of this association might be there. But this association, if it's penetrating law enforcement agencies, and it is penetrating law enforcement agencies, then you're going to have that exact backlash that he talked about, where the people on the ground, the sources of information to actually prevent terrorism, aren't going to cooperate.
So that's the practical impact of it, that it actually has negative law enforcement.
And it's stupid and wrong. I mean, that cartoonish slide, I hope that wasn't being used to train the FBI. It is shockingly disturbing if it is being used to train the FBI with the Bible and the Quran pointing up toward peace, the Bible and the Torah pointing up toward peace, and the Quran pointing into some dark abyss. It's just ridiculous. And if that is what is being given forward as expert advice, it is a very sad statement.
Richard Engel, NBC chief foreign correspondent. It's nice to have you here. Thanks for your expertise on this, Richard. Appreciate it. We will be right back.